Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Varinhiem. Sorry about the delay. It's all been a day for us. We love y'all, just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. Before we get started, I just want to do a quick shout out sponsor to D&D Beyond, an online digital platform for dungeon masters and players alike to keep their characters, their NPCs, their equipment all in check, all tracked perfectly. You can check it out. It's dndbeyond.com. And last session, the group finished all their business for the most part in the town of Creighton after solving the murder mystery of Isa Newman, who was killed by Kilveth, the lawmaster of Creighton, after wanting to hold on to power. They solved this and decided to travel southwards towards the city of Aston. From what they've learned, though, it is a war torn city. And that's just the least of their worries. Let's begin. All right. So, if I'm not mistaken, you guys are still in the bar, correct?
Yeah, we just finished the bar fight.
Yep, y'all just finished the bar fight. Y'all were
I just got
kind of.
here.
You just got here. Like, you basically showed up and, like, things are a mess. Durvath is, like, dealing with a patron over at the bar. Cricket, if I'm not mistaken, you knocked out, like, two people. Tanithil was dealing with somebody.
Last I
Ayana
remember,
was.
Fida was yelling at
Yeah.
patrons that they better start cleaning.
Fida
Cricket
was
had
yelling at
thrown
patrons
one
and
behind
using.
the bar and yelled at Durbath to kick him out.
Right?
And then the
So,
rest of them, Durvath piled at the table to wake up and sober up a tiny bit and then get cleaning the entire place.
and that is where we left at. Durbath is just kind of like at this point putting the guys at the center of the bar on one of the tables, and he's like, they'll wake up in a bit. And when they do, I will deal with them promptly. I appreciate the help in wrangling them in. I usually don't deal with this sort of lot normally.
Saphira is already leaving the main room and heading to the bathhouse area and getting a big bucket of water.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, Garrick is in the room, and like as like you're kind of like walking by, just kind of like peeking his head out a little bit, just kind of like just as you're like kind of like coming by, it's like, is it over?
Yeah.
It's been going on for quite a bit, in all honesty, from what I was hearing.
About to handle that.
Got to keep me informed. I kind of wish I got to take part in it. As like he says, as you just hear like a bit of a in the distance, you see Night Stalker is just kind of like sitting there,
Yes, boys,
panting.
I'll be there in a moment.
He's rather rambunctious. He wishes to play
In due
But-
time.
in due time. As he kind of like closes the door and goes back to Night Stalker and Sylphir. Darvath is getting their final bit of the patrons rounded up, and he's like, if I'm not mistaken, y'all just got back from Mudrik's office, correct?
That was Durbath saying that?
Incorrect. But we were there. I was there today.
I thought that's what y'all were off to go do today. I apologize if I was mistaken.
I had to see a man about a horse. But yes, we did see Durban today.
Ah, you bought the horse.
I won a horse. You were here. It's like the first or second night I was in town. I was playing cards with people right there.
I'm dealing with a ton of patrons. Do you think I thought I would remember all of the horses that people win?
The patron was really mad he lost. I figured it might stand out. But yeah, no, I won a horse.
So I forget things. I apologize. Well, what horse did you get? What was the breed?
really big. I think the stable hand called it a Clydesdale. Kind of looks like a cow.
Not a horse connoisseur, are you?
It's a horse.
There's quite a mighty a few breeds. Some would get very, how should I say, picky when dealing with said things. Just saying.
There are different horse breeds from where I'm from, so the names for them here were a little different. So, bit of a learning experience here.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, crickets. I appreciate the help, by the way.
You're welcome.
Fida, might I suggest a little bit more than thaumaturgy next time?
I go all out when I don't have to.
Well, I still appreciate it. I will get these, when they wake up, I will have them clean up the bar. Is there anything you need? Food? Ale?
I was just hit with a chair. Can I have a drink?
And get you that. And he just kind of like walks off real quick around the bar table and just kind of like grabs a glass and starts filling it up and just like kind of like sets it. He's like, if you want to drink, it's right here.
Okay. Like limp toward it and grab my drink.
I hope you don't mind. I may. It's on the house, and it's a little bit of a special brew.
A special brew. How special?
Should have a hint of honey.
I do like honey. Take a sip of it.
It's got a sweet flavor to it, as it just kind of like doesn't even burn going down your throat.
Oh, this is fantastic.
I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, if any of y'all need anything, just let me know. As he just kind of goes off to the kitchen to start prepping meals for other people. The bathhouse in the back there, Saphira. Like you quickly find like a bucket that you can instantly fill full of water.
Oh yeah, she's coming out in a moment with the biggest bucket she can find that's feasible to carry full of water. And probably right about the time that Tanithil's trying that drink, she comes out and just across all of them.
Like as like just like he's just like
Get up.
like just this monstrous being just standing over.
This shit up.
Can do, will do, no problem, no problem. Jeffrey, get up! Help him! Help me! Help him! You know what to do. And like as all of them just like start getting up and just like start cleaning up the bar, like you just
And she just perches herself at the front door, arms crossed, watching them.
they're just making sure to like get things like meticulously correct, like how it was previously. Like the guy that threw the chair at Tanithil is like grabbing it, checking all the legs on it, making sure it's still sturdy, and kind of like putting it up. Is this where like one of them inquires? Is this where it was earlier, sir? Ma'am.
How should I know? Put it where it belongs.
I cautiously just kind of like places it to make sure it's in the right spot. I do believe it's good. Takes them about 20-30 minutes to clean up the bar. To get about where it was, the 5 of them. It wasn't a huge how should I say mess. Like it didn't stretch all the way across the bar, but they were able to quickly kind of like put things upright, clean up all the cups and plates and forks. The food and drink are still on the floor that they're still cleaning up, but for the most part, everything's cleaned. At this point, it looks like someone just spilled something. So, what's Cricket and Iana doing as these miscreants are?
Cricket is pointing at them. When you're done, kneel, pay respect to Bar,
Neil.
pray for forgiveness.
Considering the fact that I just got dropped by a bird, I'll do what she says. As they just kind of like go to the bar and kneel for a split moment before going back to what they were doing earlier. One guy actually like goes to like pick up a glass to drink and just kind of like looks at it, looks at y'all, and just kind of like sets it back down and pushes it away.
Prayer focus. Correct. Spiritual focus.
After a while, Durvath just kind of like comes out and he's like, if I'm not mistaken, I just want to make sure y'all staying another night.
It appears we'll be heading out a little later today. We came here to gather our things, and we're met with a bit of a surprise when we walked in the door.
What can you expect? You don't really expect a bar fight to be kind of occurring in the early part of the afternoon. Usually, one does not lose their mind that fast. Usually, some can hold their alcohol a little bit more.
Oh, lightweights.
Just a bit. But yes, so I can, if that is the case, if y'all are leaving today, then I will close out y'all's rooms and clean them up so I can get them ready for the next patrons that decide to come and stay. I appreciate the business. If there's anything I can do to help, if y'all need a place to stay, more than welcome to stay here. Hopefully it was met with good hospitality for y'all.
Yep.
Your eggs have been fantastic.
I thank you.
I'm glad. Would you care for more eggs on the road?
Oh, could I have some to go?
I don't see why not.
Yes, please.
He just kind of walks off to go get some more eggs for Tanathil. Is
I
it'll take a
do-
few minutes.
I do believe you are missing one from your staff from last week. I believe Cricket got one.
You gave away one of my eggs? Did Cricket deserve the egg?
Yes.
Okay.
I always deserve egg. What do you mean?
That's fair, as long as it wasn't Fida.
Oh, it's
Oh.
Ooh.
Fida
Shade
is on the no
thrown.
egg list.
She's on the no egg list.
think
But yeah,
the
no,
egg
Durbath
list.
is like, it'll get me a few minutes. I will bring you your eggs. He just walks off, and he's gone for probably about 10 minutes when he's bringing you back like a dozen eggs that are hard boiled.
As he brings them up, I'm going to go and grab one, take it out of the bowl, and I'm going to just kill it and eat it.
Technically, these eggs are for Tanathil.
They're not
Do you
his.
allow?
They're not his yet. They are for him, but they're not his yet.
Would you care to pay for the eggs?
I'll pay for the one.
10 gold. I'm just kidding. I'm
Eggshells
just
on the
kidding.
bar. No, drop the
I'm just
eggshells
kidding.
back in the bin, in the bowl.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, it just I had to have a little bit of fun. You can take the egg. He gives the other 11 to Tanathil. I had to have fun.
Allow it.
I had to have
I
fun.
can't
with your friend,
stop
yeah.
it.
I'm gonna tip him like 5 silver of the apparently 1,000 silver I have.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
As an
You
irritated
have
goblin.
1,000 silver. So does
Uh-huh.
everyone else minus, I think, Otter.
Correct.
Yeah, that's 20 pounds of coins. That's so
Uh,
much.
If I'm not mistaken, you'll have a coin bag. So coin
Right,
bag
we
of
have
holding.
to like wallet of holding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I need to have that
I
down.
think Fida has one.
Everyone like has like a group one.
Okay.
Whoever has
One.
it. Yeah.
I believe Fido was the last one with the coin purse of holding.
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah, there's 4,000. No, 5,000 because Garrett got paid. 5,000 silver
He
coins
hasn't
in that
yet.
bag.
Saphira still has his.
I mean, technically he has, but it's in the bag.
Yeah. Oh no! She's carrying the pouches still.
Yeah. I'm
They
still
they met a
carrying mine.
very petty gnome, if I'm not mistaken, in the last session that they decided to mess with. So yeah.
Well, a dozen eggs don't fit on the staff, so I'm gonna start eating.
But if you don't mind asking, where are your headings?
To the stables.
I meant out of Creighton.
I believe south.
South.
There's a lot of things south. Aston, the city. Fort Rylock. Other city. The Shade Coast.
But
As we are still
Ace-
looking into things for Mudrik, we can't really divulge everything we're doing, but we can say we are headed south.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Well then. I wish you luck on your travels. Anathil, may I give you a little bit of advice?
Yes. Yes, I have eggs.
This is
That's-
the character development
I wasn't
we all
able to
want.
steal them this week.
Right?
Yep.
Did you make that just for this instance?
Yes.
Perfect.
I have several.
Oh my god.
Has to be at least 3. I mean, you have 3 on the staff.
There's at least 3.
Perfect.
Now we
my thoughts
just
are
need a way for
learning
you to
the
have
art
them
of
hovering
ducking.
on camera.
Yes, I was not assuming to be attacked with a chair in midday, but I will watch out for projectile furniture in the future.
Cricket, if you can instruct him, it'd be a good use for him. That being said, I hope you all get your stuff, and I will hopefully see y'all again sometime. And he just kind of wanders off back to his other patrons that are currently in the bar.
Will you get hit by chair? A lot?
Just once, as far as I recall, but there is, of course, the potential for concussions.
Ayana gets a boon.
I'll help you.
I look forward to your training, Master Cricket.
That was fast.
These
I
things
like
take
the
so
sound of
long to
that.
peel.
As y'all are kind of like finishing up, Garrick is kind of like coming out. He's got like his backpack on and everything. And he's like, I already packed my stuff. I hope y'all don't mind. I kind of. And now Ayana has a bane.
And a boon. And a boon.
And a boon and a bane.
Take
So-
the good with the bad.
Right? Garrick
Well,
is
I'm
like
sure
kinda
you'll get a
coming
few
out.
of them yourself, Aaron.
Right. On your next I'm gonna offer your boon there, Ayana, for your next like skill check. If that's alright.
Next
And
skill
then
check?
on your next and on your next saving throw, a bang. Okay. That being said, Garrett kind of like comes out with his backpack and he's just like, I hope it's on tomorrow. I was able to hear y'all's conversation. Y'all are headed to Aston?
Saphira is in the middle of chastising the men who have finished cleaning up the mess they've made, save anything that was broken. which is what she's chastising them about. Something along the lines of, how could you destroy your own home? Everyone lives here. You should be working together. You should be ashamed. And if I catch you doing it again, you're going to regret it.
We understand. We won't do it again. We won't do it again. Promise. Scouts honor. I don't know what that is, but Scouts honor.
I don't know what that is either, but it's your honor.
I understood.
And she
As he
steps
just-
aside and lets them out.
Garrick just kind of like comes out to you guys and he's just like, y'all are going to Asen, correct?
Looks that way.
I hope you all don't mind. I will come with y'all to Asen, but when y'all get there, I will have to continue onwards. I need to head to Silver Harbor, further south.
Well, you've got a fair walk ahead.
Yes, actually. About 2 weeks.
Oh, leaving?
Yes. Looking. Searching.
For?
Personal.
Me too.
But I don't mind staying with y'all until Aston. I know a little bit about that area. It's a city that's pretty worn torn from what I remember seeing. That was about a year ago at this point. It's constantly raided by forces from the Kolvik Kingdom that cross the river. A good portion of the city is actually in ruins. Majority of the citizens actually live on the further west side of the city just to kind of stay safe.
For reference,
I'd also recommend not bringing up the monarchy while you're in Aston.
according to the
Monarchy?
maps, is Kolvik across the river to the east or to the south?
So that river that runs that kind of like separates the Ashland Kingdom from this other part of the landmass that's like got a mountain at the very top of that river. That's the Kolvik Kingdom's like territory. That's where it
Okay.
begins. So it's
So
across
to the other side of that river.
yeah,
All right.
further east, just across that river. But I just recommend don't bring up the monarchy. It's a rather touchy subject in that area. I can be a guide there, but otherwise, yes. I'll have to continue south.
Well, should we start at the stables?
I wish to see this horse.
My horse should be about ready, and I believe we were discussing the possibility of a second and maybe a carriage.
Carriage or a car. Think of the like.
I'm all for this. I can pitch in. How much will we paid?
Oh, here. There.
Bag of silver bigger than them.
Like he's just kind of like holding it, and it like comes up past his knees, and he's like,
Apparently, the person that helps Mudrik was upset with us and decided to give us silver instead of
what did
gold.
Fida do to make them angry?
She
I
didn't
did
Or was it
nothing.
Cryptic Disco?
They were just cranky.
We
There's no
gave
such thing.
papers to this gnome after Emerald did. Emerald went first, and then we presented ours, and that was enough to set him off.
I feel like I'm not being told all of this story.
Oh,
I
no,
feel
that
like you
was
should have been
everything.
there then.
They're a cranky little person.
I was busy.
Surely
Bringing-
made more cranky by counting out thousands of coins.
I feel he did that to himself.
Yes.
It's kind of the equivalent of paying a fine in copper.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Not our
Wouldn't-
fault.
But
He
I
made
do
his
believe-
choices.
I do believe Fila talked their way into what sounded like something that could hold all of this silver without any issue.
Yes. I was able to get us with a coin purse of holding. They can hold all of this, so we don't have to carry around this.
Fine. Fine. Perfectly fine. I've never had this much silver in my life. Where's the coin purse of holding so I can put this in there and we can get to the stables?
I have it here.
He just kind of like dumps it quickly in there and he's like, there? Eventually I've got to take all that out and that's going to suck. But in the meantime, let's go to the stables.
I mean, couldn't you exchange it somewhere?
I was thinking.
I still have to take it out and count it to exchange it.
Well, that's the nice thing about a bag like that. You can turn it inside out and it all comes out at once.
This
Sure.
is going to be a mess.
Anyway, let's go to the stables. Let's go to the
I
stables.
don't see
He's-
the big deal. It's really not that
I think
heavy.
Tanathil and I have done enough picking up of coins for 1 week, one lifetime. After that, I'm good.
Are these hard tasks? This easy? Why issue?
It is considered a
Imagine.
tedious task.
not hard. Just
Not tedious. I know tedious.
He was a good fella.
Right, I'm gonna go and head off to the room that I had and go and get all of my things.
Back in my day.
Saphir is
I will
doing
be
the same.
outside.
Yep.
Garrick
I was about to
goes
say
outside.
the same. I'll be waiting out front to head to the stables.
Collect my stuff, including my sword I've left in the room the whole time.
Now you have 2 swords.
Now I have 2 swords.
A shadowy
Everything I
sword.
need is in my bag.
As y'all gather y'all's things and kind of go outside, Garrick's just kind of like sitting out there waiting with you guys with Sylphir and Night Stalker. It's pretty busy outside. People are kind of like out and about trying to get some errands done. Durvath, as you guys were leaving, was kind of like waving bye to you guys as he was dealing with a couple of patrons. The guys that started the bar fight are kind of like keeping a low profile off in a corner at this point, making sure not to disturb anybody, especially Saphira and Cricket. I take you all head to the stables.
I
As-
am not going to. I'm going to actually pull Crick to the side and suggest that we go and get her kit.
I was gonna bring that up after we picked up horses, but either way works.
Get me what?
Things for travel. You have no
Oh,
things.
yes. I have things. I have things. So, quarterstaff.
Maybe a few
Paint.
more things.
The 1,000 silver. I have things.
Yes.
Oh. Teneto. Take coin. Where's Teneto? Teneto! Coins!
Here's an extra 20 pounds.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Hey, Fida.
Tanathil, coin purse.
Yes. Just pour all these coins into it too.
I guess this raises the question of who will be the money holder of the group.
We have 1 purse of holding.
Saphir is carrying hers. She does not mind.
Emerald's happily carrying his.
Just 4 of us have money in the purse then.
Cricket's very
Someone just needs
proud.
to keep
and
track
he's
of
pretty.
who has how much money each person has in that purse.
I mean, at this point, it's 4,000 silver, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just as people spend money, that 1,000 silver moves around per
Per-
person.
but they just keep
Vita
track of
pulls
it.
out a book with paper. Keep track.
We have an
Alright.
account. Working
You are
with
the accountant. Keep in
So,
mind I have 995 in there.
995.
So, if I'm not mistaken, Vita, you're going to take Cricket to go do some just routine shopping.
Actually, Cricket, as I am holding this, maybe we should get the cart and horse first, and then we can go and get whatever it is else we need so we can just load it and go. How does that sound to you?
What color is cart?
I don't know yet. We don't have it. That's what we need to go and figure out.
Eric's just going to hop on Night Stalker, and he's just like, and we'll lead the way to the stables. We'll all go, and then we can go shopping for other things and afterwards.
Sure. Follow me. It's right over here. And I'll just start walking.
You guys kind of like quickly kind of like follow and everything, and it's pretty busy out, like I was saying earlier, but you guys are able to make your way there quite easily. As you get there, if I'm not mistaken, the stable keeper was Donovan. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
He's just kind of tending to your horse, getting it ready, and he's just like, "Ah, you're back. I thought you'd be a little longer."
Seems we got together a little faster than planned. But hey, I brought possibly more customers.
Do they all need a horse?
What color cart?
I believe
Wow.
possibly looking at a cart and a second horse to pull it, possibly.
As they're all talking, Saphira plops down somewhere out of the way and just starts playing with the other two.
Oh,
The
with
wolves.
Night Stalker and Silver.
Yep.
Garrick's just kind of like letting you play with them as he kind of like goes off and talks with Donovan as well. Donovan looks at you there, Cricket, and just like, the carts are brown. Hope you don't mind. Carts are only 50 gold, because a horse is 100.
I can fix that.
So, if y'all want an extra horse to pull the cart, I suggest an extra horse. It's only 100 gold and then 50 gold for the cart itself. And the cart should be able to pull all of y'all, including some luggage that y'all may have.
Well, 25 gold apiece from all of us, if our accountant would be so kind.
Garrick just kind of like walks over to feet and he's like, "This should be easy." And he kind of like grabs the coin purse and he's just like, "You just
don't,
no,
no,
Like-
no. Grab it and I rip it back out of his
Yes.
hand. No touch.
Yes. Go, yeah.
No touch, all of you. Let's do this nice. We're not picking it up, alright? You will pick it all up.
We only
Look at
want
them
a
so
quarter of
wrong.
the money out of there.
Yes.
If we dump it all out, it will be tedious. Word of the day.
So you're telling me everyone got 1,000? Okay, good to know.
Yes.
Most of us, anyway. Uh-huh.
All right. So he just kind of like begins reaching. He like just goes to reach in at this point. Just begin
Emerald
pulling
just
like
pulls
handfuls.
out 25 gold.
Yeah, we know who doesn't have a 20-pound sack of coins. It's not a secret that you have gold.
No. I'm
That's
just not trying to rub it
250
in,
silver.
so I just pull the money out in that way.
Donovan is just looking at this, just kind of like, Do y'all not have this much silver?
You can take this
Well-
one up with Mudrik, please. We'd be happy to let you do that.
Oh boy. He just
When-
begins like
sorry.
taking the silver pieces.
30 pounds of silver, it's not insane. It's just a little annoying.
Mudrik's helper was cranky and decided that we should share the weight of his frustration. Literally.
Actually.
And now there's a change shortage here in Creighton.
As he begins like taking all the silver, he begins like individually counting it. This might be a minute. Just letting y'all know.
As
It
I'm
counts.
taking some of the silver out, I'm going to be stacking it in tens.
Can I offer you an egg for your troubles?
Oh, take the egg. And he just like kind of begins eating it. It takes about a few minutes to count all the silver, and he's just like, all right, 150 gold, technically. And he kind of like walks around back and begins like kind of like pulling the cart for you guys. It's big enough essentially to carry you guys, and then there's a compartment at the very front that you can kind of lift up and dump belongings in. And closing and act like a place to sit. He's like, the weight capacity is about 1,250 pounds. So you should be able to carry quite a bit.
All right, we have a cart.
And a horse. Which would y'all like?
Which would we like?
Yes, would you like another horse as the one that Emerald bought?
Well, if
Why
the
don't you
two
take
of
a
them
look
are
at
pulling
them?
a cart, we should have matched horses, correct?
I don't see why not. He's like, he kind of like walks over and grabs another Clodstel and just kind of like brings it back. And he's like, I'll get the equipment for it ready, so you guys can hook it up to the cart.
The second horse is none of my decision. I had to do this last week for my horse. You guys pick what horse you want.
But
Pick-
if both of these
pick a
horses
pick.
are pulling a cart, they need to be similarly capable.
Yes.
I will
Are y'all
see.
wanting
So-
this?
Either another Clydesdale or a horse of equal stature. Our
So-
resident horse person could let us know if that's a feasible possibility.
As y'all kind of like take a minute.
Mimic.
A mimic.
Where?
We're taking a
Right.
mimic? All right.
Is the
Where?
horse or the cart the mimic?
That's the question.
Plot twist, it's a door. No. He
Everything.
begins kind of like rumbling through all the different horses, and the voice of a female, which is odd because the man's a male. 5 boons, Aaron.
Oh
It's
my
dangerous out there.
God.
Take these.
What? Well, thank you.
Whoa. Oh
Aaron.
my god.
You got 5 boons there, man.
Yeah, this is what happens when we take Wise Guy and Fractals.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. This is the card that's so. You guys.
You know what, wise guy? Which would you
No.
be? Would it be skill checks or saving throws? Which would you like?
Oh man, you scallywag.
While I was doing that, what do you got? What's your highest?
Whatever he has the highest of.
What's your
Well-
highest
What is my highest stat or skill or what?
saving throw and skill?
Well, intelligence saves and arcana and history.
All right, so how about this? 3 of those boons are going to be for intelligence saves, 2 of which are going to be for dex saves. How about that?
All right.
So at least we have a theme here. While that's going on, crickets. Where's our horse connoisseur?
Yeah, where is the horse connoisseur?
So is there a comparably sized breed of horse to the Clydesdale that would not be weird to pull? a cart?
Tron.
Percheron. They're both draft horses.
Percheron.
Looking at
What does-
them, we can
what does
see
this-
the gray Percheron is going to be about the same size.
What does this Percheron look like they're given?
It is dappled gray. It's got kind of a speckled of like whiter gray spots on it, but it is like a slate gray with some black shadows of fur around the hooves and ears, and the mane is a salt and pepperish colored mane, and it's actually the tail has been the tail mane there has been clipped and braided, so it's kind of just a little bulb. And also with the mane as well, it's got a lining of little tiny buns going down the neck,
All right.
so it doesn't get in its way.
Oh, yeah. He brings forth this Percheron for you guys. And
Stalking.
he's just like, I have this. That's relatively equal size to a Clodstone. Would y'all prefer this horse?
It's a horse.
Alright, before you take these two horses, I must have names for them so I can have them registered for y'all.
I believe Emerald has at least one name here.
I think I will go with the name Phaethon. And I will spell that here for you.
And the other one, as he begins kind of like writing up a document for you guys.
Broomstick.
Broomstick? Y'all's horse. And he begins writing up another for Broomstick. Correct? He presents you guys two documents signed by him with a seal, stamp seal, that you guys can trace back to Creighton to his shop. And he's like, if your horses ever get stolen and you need to prove that they're yours, this will be plenty of proof. They've got any kind of like shows in the back hind of them that there's a marking that matches the seal on the documents that y'all have. I hope that they serve y'all well. Is there anything else that y'all need from me?
Can I see cart?
Yeah, we have to get the horses hooked up to it anyway.
I mean, at this point, like the cart's actually around front. He's already kind of like got the horses around there. And he's like, yeah, you can look at the cart as I hook the horses up there for you. And he kind of walks outside and begins kind of like attaching the horses to the cart.
Does it have a cover, or is it just
regular
top?
cart, no cover.
Cricket, this is our cart. You can look at it as much as you want.
Our cart? She's gonna hug it.
Zavira is putting stuff up in it.
In the middle of the street.
Our
Yeah.
cart. Yes. Yes.
I'll unload a nice pack worth of random notes in a bunch of different languages into the cart.
Derek just kind of like opens up the cargo compartment that y'all have, and he just opens up, puts his backpack and everything in it. And he's like, I'll put my stuff here until we get to Aston.
Need roof?
I don't think we'll need a roof. Maybe.
What rain? Rain?
A little bit of water never bothered me. What about y'all?
If we get wet, we get wet.
I'm going to take a second and introduce myself to Phaethon and Broomstick. And try and earn some trust with these animals before we have them look.
I always hated this part because I always want to like resort to animal handling, but I know that's not.
That's for domesticated animals.
Yeah.
It is.
It is for
I
the
get to
horses.
I get to use this skill check. I'm so happy. Roll an animal handling check.
Sure.
Saphira will help him with that.
Does that mean I get advantage?
With the help action, yes. Because they can understand her.
It was a lot, and now it's even more. 18 plus 5, 23.
They just like it's like you kind of like begin like trying to approach them properly and kind of like earn their trust. Like they eventually just like kind of like bring down their mine just blanked for a second. Kevin, what's the name of it?
You tell me. I want to see
Their
what you
nose.
say.
Their no, like I know it's a nose, but there's
Snout?
snout. Yeah. Crocodile Dundee. Oh god.
Wait, I was like, I
Like-
want to see what you say.
like I know there's an actual proper terminology for it, sadly. But like as he kind of like brings down the nose and just kind of like nubble it right up on you and just kind of like with their head. Show of endearment. Trust.
It would have been a 10 plus 5, but that advantage was lovely, thank you.
Saphira's just telling them what you're saying because they can understand her, including what their names are.
The one that's called Broomstick just looks at you there, Saphira, and just goes, "Why Broomstick?"
She can't understand them in return.
Oh.
I have to cast a spell for that, which
But it
takes 10
questions it
minutes.
regardless.
It does.
The horse looks quizzically back at you.
But if it does that, she's just like, wasn't my choice.
But anyway, Donovan just goes, "If that is all that you need of me, I am going to go." Muzzle.
Yeah, that part of their face is a muzzle.
I knew. I should have known.
That was the next word I was going to say.
Same. I was scared to say it because God forbid. Internet.
I am
Anyway.
semi-okay handling animals. Does anyone else know how to drive a cart, or do you want me to
I can
take care of
learn.
it?
I mean,
I would be happy to teach you, not in a town.
Derek just kind of hops up
do
and
your
is like,
driving lessons out in the country. Yes.
Yes.
I have
Yep.
ridden horses. I've not steered a cart, though.
Well, lovely. Emerald is just gonna kind of climb up into the driver's seat, I guess.
Alright.
To the
There.
general store?
Garrick is like, if you don't mind, I'm actually not bad myself either, if it's okay with you.
Can you reach?
And he just kind of like leans forward and grabs the reins and kind of like, you can tell like he's kind of having slight issues, but he's got it for the most part.
You're a dwarf. You're one to talk. Can you reach?
Is it okay if I try?
Go for it. I'll just scoot over on the bench.
So like, as he takes the reins and just kind of whips it, he lets go by accident.
Mage hand.
We're gonna have you roll a like. That's a really weird thing. We're gonna have you roll just a regular straight dex check.
Okay, I'm off.
Try and grab it.
The
Oh,
horses
God.
are both female?
Oh yes.
That is a 15 flat.
Like as you see like him just like kind of like losing, kind of like reaches for it. Y'all just see like Garrick like kind of like leaning over, almost falling, trying to like grab it as like you just cast Mage Hand, just like instantly grab
One
the reins
hand
and
on
pull
the
them
back
back
of
up.
his scruff, the other hand in front of me with the mage hand.
Yep. As like you just kind of like pull the reins, like the cart just and lurches off to the side, and it just kind of like quickly Emerald like straightens up the cart, and Garrick just goes, "My bad." Can I try again?
Maybe outside of town.
Okay.
Haven't even successfully left town yet.
We can do driving lessons when there aren't things to run into. Does
Speaking
that
of
sound fair
lessons,
to everyone? Anyone else? So Cricket and Garrett want driving lessons? Yes?
I'd be happy to learn how to drive the car.
Lovely. We'll do
I
lessons.
can wait
outside
though.
of
Let's make it so we're not running people over.
Like I just see a couple of pedestrians just kind of like giving you a glare, like as
Cricket.
Garrick is just like, "Go ahead, Cricket."
No, you go finish.
As Garrick is just like, "I don't know why there's somehow that happens."
We're gonna need a student driver sign put on the back of the carriage.
Yes, Cricket.
Cricket's actually it's gonna take out some of the papers, and she's going to start drawing the dimensions of the cart. She plans on making a roof.
Okay, then. All right. As y'all make y'all's way to the just the general store. At the top of this sign that y'all see that's kind of like hanging off, like so you'll see this building. It's got two windows on either side of the door. The door is reinforced with metal barrings.
This is
And-
Corlux Arms, yeah?
Oh, you're going to Corlux? I thought you were just going to a regular general store.
That is the name of the general goods and armament store we received.
Sure.
Was there a third store?
I mean, yeah, technically, Corlac is just arms and weapons.
Okay.
He had some.
What-
He had some general stuff, but are y'all want to go to
What's the
his
name
or
of the general store?
Garan's General? GARAN apostrophe S General.
so grand without the D.
Garan, yeah, like Gar, like GARAN.
I mean how it's
Garan.
spelled. Grand without
Yeah.
the D.
Yeah, Garan.
If you think this general shopping trip is going to take a bit, would everyone mind if I meet up with you a little later?
I don't see why not.
All right.
Did my
Uh,
driving scare you that bad there, Tanithil?
No, I just need some use of magical supplies. I need to pay Derek another visit.
Didn't you have issues with him?
Yes.
Would you like a friend to go with you there?
I mean, if someone wants to, I
How
just
about
want
this?
to be a normal paying customer.
It
From
can
what
be
I've
me.
heard-
Apparently, wolves aren't allowed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently,
go.
Fida had good luck over there.
Yes, but Fida is wanting to go with Cricket to the
Yes,
general
Fida was
store.
going to go with
I've
me.
got no
If
need
there
for the
is
general
anyone-
store.
If there is anyone here who can go with Cricket to make sure she gets everything she needs,
I can make sure that's taken care of.
That
fantastic.
works.
Thank you, Emerald.
If y'all want to go ahead and go, that works.
I'll go with them as well.
Oh.
I'll make sure that Tanith doesn't get overcharged again.
So, which
Alright.
group is Stalker going with?
You and Cricket.
Okay.
Because Derek doesn't like wolves.
Yeah.
Well, you can't bring the wolves into the general store either.
We don't know. We haven't been there yet.
Is Temple?
It's a safe rule to follow in general. Just most people
Usually
don't
in
want wolves
towns, they
inside.
don't like animals coming into their stores.
Most of the
Why?
But- time.
Makes
As that
sense.
you can establishments have
not-
their reasons.
It's not a norm here.
That being said, we can
You
drop
are
them off at.
You're more than welcome to ask when we are in the store, but I wouldn't just bring them in off the bat.
I've never seen so much prejudice against our animal companions.
We're still in a small city.
Stalker. Like bar. No behind. Not allowed. It's secret.
Kind of. But most civilized areas don't want animals in shops. You are very much not from around here, are you, Stalker?
No. As these
Million
maps have made
woods.
very clear to me.
That being said, we can drop y'all off at Derek's Components as we go to Garon's general store. That works.
That works.
Perfect. I guess
So-
we're riding in a cart now.
Well, I mean, like they're like where Garon's general store is on the way. So like Derek Components is like drop, boom, we'll go. You guys, here you go.
All right.
So as y'all make y'all's way to Derek's Components and get there, y'all drop off Fida and Tenethil as
Saphira
the rest.
pipes up to Fida on the way there. Speaking of training, as your powers are not working, are you capable with any weapons in particular?
Well, I did not have those powers for very long. I've used a staff before. I've used daggers before. I've thrown darts. I have not trained extensively in them, but I can use them. Though, if you have pointers, that'd be.
She has a staff, right?
Good.
Okay.
If
I
you
mean,
have
I could
pointers,
teach you
though, I'd be
some.
happy.
I'm fairly handy with a lot of weapons. I can teach you some.
I would appreciate that.
And I teach Tenet to not hit by chair.
Yeah.
As you guys drop off Fida and Tenethil at Derek's Components, Garrick's just like, we'll be at the general store. It'll be a little longer than y'all. So when y'all are done, just meet us there.
We'll walk on over.
And y'all just, kind of like turns to Emerald. Like, can I drive again, please?
When we get out of the town.
Just
No means no.
Please, Dad, can I drive?
as
Be
y'all
patient.
Are
We have to
there
get to an
yet?
empty parking lot to make sure you know what you're doing.
Those are always the most stressful. Oh.
as y'all go off to Grand Store, Fida and Tenethil go into Derek's Components. He's just kind of like chilling at the counter, just kind of combing through the ledger of some sort. As he like looks up and then sees Tenethil, just like,
What's that?
and it's like Tenethil like kind of like comes in and Fida kind of like is seeing just like, what can I do for y'all today?
Hello, fine sir.
Hello.
I know we're back again, and you'll be pleased to hear that we're leaving town this afternoon.
Oh, you're leaving.
Yes.
What can I do for you?
Last time I was here, I bought the ingredients to summon a familiar for myself. I was hoping to use a brass brazier in your shop to cast the spell.
I just want to point something out. Fida has the coin purse.
I was just thinking
Yes.
Emerald
So-
has coin because and Stalker has coin because they didn't put their coin in.
Yeah, they've
Oh
got
yeah, I just
They
want to
could
point
just-
that out.
They can just gather up items before we get
As
there and
per
then buy
this
when we get there.
wonderful Excel ledger that is now going for this.
But you want the items to cast that familiar again?
I just need to use a brazier. I already bought the components from you. I just need to burn them.
I allow everyone to use my brazier if they need it. It's over there. And he just kind of points off to one that's off in the corner.
Oh,
It's clean and
well,
ready to be used.
thank you. I'll get to it. It's gonna take an hour and 10 minutes. I mean, that's how the spell works. You should be ready for this.
It just dawned on me, like, what's going to go happen at the general store? It's going to take forever. So it's like, all right, it's perfectly fine. Go ahead, use it.
All right.
Yeah, I was just busy when kind of like putting all the stuff in. If I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, I have 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs that must be consumed by fire and a brass brazier.
All right. Is there anything I can do for you with that fee, then?
I just wanted to take a look at. I have a few different topics I'm looking to start researching, and I just wanted to take a look at the books and what it is you had.
All right, and he just kind of like points off in the direction of the books.
Have you had anything new come in or at all in the last few days?
Nothing really right offhand. Some stuff on the depths of the hells, the 9 hells to be exact. Some stuff on the abyssal plane because apparently everyone's into that right now due to apparently it's been revealed that a babao killed Isa Newman. It's been revealed.
Mm-hmm. That is what was found.
So, I've got a book that I was holding on to that I was reading and enjoying myself that people have been looking into, so I put it out there. If anybody wants to buy. Some books also on some rather how should I say skilled spells that take a lot of concentration to be performed that you may find of interest.
That sounds interesting. Where is that one? I'd like to take a look at.
He kind of points up in the direction. It's on the far end of the left-hand side at the very bottom of this bookshelf that he has. As like you open it up, the spells that are in here are completely theoretical. Spells that just would warp reality to a certain extent. That, yeah, cool. If they worked, it'd fix a lot of issues, but the sheer amount of arcane power that would probably course through somebody's veins to cast these spells would either A, leave that person dead, or B, if it was a group, would essentially like possibly break the lining between the planes and they would get trapped somewhere in that point trying to pull this arcane energy through it. It's completely theoretical stuff though. He's like, apparently people find this of interest.
Just shouting from across the store, I find that of interest.
Thought you might.
If you want the book, it's 10 gold.
No, I want the book.
5 gold.
I might let him look at it a few weeks from now.
Kim is like, I
Maybe.
caught that.
Uh-huh.
5 gold? I'll sell it to 5 gold.
How much?
5 gold.
No, I think I'll get this one.
Which one is that?
That's the ritual one.
Oh, the one of the abyssal plane.
The one that you were just explaining with the theoretical spells.
Oh, okay. The theory. Okay. Just
Yep.
want to make sure. Yeah, that's 5 gold. I'll sell it to it for that.
So I have a little bit of a problem,
Yes.
and I do apologize for this in advance. So we did help. We were the ones who found out about the Babao and what had happened there. And upon payment, we were paid with a lot of silver. So it's going to be 50 silver pieces I give you. I don't have any gold. I realize the inconvenience. However,
That's perfectly fine. It's no
Okay.
issue.
thank you. I'm glad to hear.
You're not giving this guy 1,500.
This Tenethil won't be purchasing in silver, will he?
He may. But that is the nature of what happened to us.
I'll deal with it. As like he hears, like as y'all are talking, y'all hear just a bubbling going off in the background behind the counter in another room, and you just hear him go, "Ah, hold it, 1 second." Ah, and he just like kind of like runs off. He's just like, go over, and like you just hear a door slam.
There
At
you
this
go.
point, you can kind of like see this multicolored like uh steam and smoke just boiling out from underneath, and just kind of like wafting through the store as Tadpole is continuing at the brazier. I take you kind of stay at the books and everything there, Ayana.
No, I'm gonna go knock on the door and if there's anything I can help with.
I'm good. I will. Just a minute. Just a minute. If you need anything else, just kind of like look around. I'll be done here in a second.
Certainly. It just sounds a little chaotic in there.
Just a bit. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I promise.
All right.
And you just, as you hear clunk, 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 of stuff just like falling and everything is like, what you don't see is just chaos going on inside.
This sounds so interesting. I'm so mad that I'm stuck burning things.
What's Fida doing?
I'm gonna go and I'm going to watch for a few moments what Tanithil is up to.
Okay.
I've never seen this spellcast, so I'm curious.
Just
Alright.
ritualistically burning herbs and incense to summon myself a little pet.
Fascinating.
Is
I'm
that
also peeling an egg.
I hope it's a spider
Of
monkey.
course.
is that all you're doing there, Fida?
Yeah,
or
I'm not
you
doing
know-
much else. Like, and then I'm gonna
No.
continue looking at this book that I've picked up.
Okay. Near Tanithil or kind of like away?
I'm assuming he's at a table. So
Got
I'm
a
gonna.
brazier.
He's at a brazier, so he's kind of standing up, just kind of like
Okay.
checking everything.
If there's like a table or a chair nearby, I'm sit on said chair and look at my book.
A brazier is a little
Brazier.
different than a brazier.
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 I am tired.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm the one saying this right, but I'm not gonna correct you.
I'm
I'm
picturing
no, correct me,
Tanithil
please.
burning all of this stuff in a brazier, just sitting
I
on a
am
table.
so
Yes.
tired.
Hanathil
chest
is
piece,
on
a
the burn the
brass-
bras movement.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
a brass chest piece.
I'm
Oh.
tired. Don't hate me.
I'm
The
not.
DM.
It was
The
just
D-
too good not to mention picturing Tanithil just burning a bra with a bunch of incense and stuff.
A nice shiny one, no less.
I
Right?
mean, it's a fantasy
Anyway,
Made of
game. You get the
brass.
like bra armor. That
Mhm.
seems
all
cool.
right. That sounds about right. As Tanithil is cooking his components, I'm scared to say the word now. Fida is like you're kind of like looking through that book that you found not too far off, about 20, 30 feet away. You just hear a voice kind of next to you. And like as you hear this voice, like this image just kind of like pops up in the side, like at your peripheral. And then you just hear this male voice just go, "Now that'd be a more interesting way I think you realize."
I don't know what you just said there because internet connection just went all messed up.
What was the
Am I-
last thing you heard?
What's the last thing you
A
heard?
voice like
Male
pops up as I'm looking through the book. That's it.
male voice, like as in your peripheral, like this figure like instantly just poofs right next to you. His male voice just goes, "That's a little bit more of an interest than I think you realize."
I'm going to look in that direction and just think, oh,
As you look in that direction, the person's poof gone.
Did I see a person?
Like you kind of like for you there, Tanithil, like you thought you saw like something just kind of like appear and then instantly disappear, like off in that corner.
Fida, if you're summoning demons again, we're gonna have problems.
I summoned nothing.
Uh huh. suspicious egg eating.
The voice, by the way, Ida, is from the person that you recall that left the bar just yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
I'm assuming the
yesterday.
poofing away looks exactly the same as the last time I saw him poof away.
pretty much. Just kind of clouds of black smoke. Just
I have nothing to do with this, Tanathil.
Okay. I believe you.
as he
Totally.
eats an egg.
I almost believe you that you believe me.
Uh-huh.
As after a while, the cooking that Anathil is doing finishes, and as he's finishing, like Derek is kind of like coming out. He's like covered in like black, red, green, just multicolored like soot and like dirt and just dust components. This grayish blue smoke out from behind him, and he's like, I've got it under control.
Leave him too.
More
Is
suspicious
there
egg
anything?
eating.
Is there anything that y'all need? Or are we good?
um, well, I'm about finished here. Is there anything you need?
Was there anything we can help you with? It looks like you've had a bit of an ordeal.
I don't need any help, I promise. As like he says his usual, and like in the back, he's just like perfectly fine. Promise.
You know, I think I say we believe him. Sounds perfectly fine.
You know, I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. Though, if you do find that you do need help with whatever is happening in there, we'll be down the street.
I
In the
heard.
meantime, we'll head out.
Tanithil, what is this Arcana roll for?
Oh,
What would you like?
I'm successfully using my hat to cast prestidigitation to clean up the brazier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll clean up after myself, and I'm gonna leave. Well, I'm gonna ask Fida, can I have a couple silver to give Derek?
Absolutely.
the-
How
the
much do
cook-
you want? It's yours.
I mean,
It's yeah. I don't need no money for that. It's just 5 gold. That is all for the book. If y'all need any other books, or y'all good?
okay.
Was there anything else you needed from here? Any books or anything?
I mean, like I said, I had books on like the Nine Hells, the Abyssal Plane, the Astral Sea, Feywild. Anything else I'll need?
Feywild.
Yes.
Now, could I look at that?
He just hands you a book of the Feywild, and as he kind of like skim through it real quick, I would assume, correct?
Yeah. First off, I
Like
want to
you
see, is it in Sylvan?
actually, it is.
All right. A little authentic.
As like you're kind of like looking through, you can see that it's probably been written by somebody in the Feywild because there's good descriptions of like locations of like caverns and waterfalls that have magical properties that are located in the Feywild and beings that are of most importance of like spirits. And it just kind of rambles on a little bit of history about the area.
Well, I really
Uh,
enjoy Fey stuff because my familiar is gonna be a Fey owl, and I would like this book, please.
you know what? For 3 gold.
Okay. 30 silver.
30 silver.
Yes, fine. That works.
Same story as before. He was there too.
Yes,
Yep.
we had an incident, but thank you for the use of your supplies and for the book. I I do sincerely hope we will see each other again.
So I hope to possibly see y'all again. And like as you hear, vroom, just knock on the door, just something hit, and he's like, "I hope to see y'all again soon. I have to go." And like as like y'all hear just about like on the door, like you just hear just see him quickly like open it and go behind it and close it real quick. He's like, "No, get down from there."
So, you think he's
I'm
got it
not
handled?
summoning any. I'm not summoning anything. Doesn't mean that there is not something that has been summoned here besides your new familiar.
Uh-huh.
But I have nothing to do with this.
Is the door unlocked?
You want to check it?
Yes. I want to
Be
peek
ready to
inside.
be ready to duck just in case.
Yes, I'll
Like
watch out for chairs.
like as you kind of like begin opening the door and just kind of like as you're opening and you're like kind of like starting to see everything, you just see Derek like just trying to like hold this monstrous creature with like really large ears and a very rather big head that's kind of like outwards, that kind of like with a very skinny neck with like legs of a bird and arms of like a lizard. And he's like, nope. And he's like pushing against this thing, like trying to like keep it under control. Like it's like you're just kind of like staring at this thing in like straight horror because it looks nothing like you've ever seen.
You know, I'm gonna just quietly close the door and back away.
Curiosity sated.
Yep, I see what he's doing. It's not a demon. He's probably got it under control. I'm just gonna let him do his thing.
Shall we then?
Let's go catch up with everyone else. I'll be happy to
So
pay you for that book on magical theory if you're not particularly interested in it.
I am interested in it. Well, I'd be happy to let you go through it, but I'd like to take like keep looking through it as well.
All right, fair.
so as you guys head to Garon's general store, Emerald, Cricket, Saphira, y'all arrive, and as y'all get there, you see this. I'd say early 30s male with black hair, bit of a scruffy beard, manning a counter, talking to a couple people as y'all come in. And he's like, "Oh, can you say hi, hello? If y'all find anything, just let me know.
What race?
I'll be over here." What?
What race?
Human. Sorry. If y'all need anything, just let me know. I'm with these customers. Give me 2 seconds. And like you just see him kind of like quickly like getting business with them done.
Mm.
The store itself has multiple shelves on either side of the walls with shelving down rows to this. Each shelf is probably about 12 feet in length, and then the far end there's a countertop that he's standing behind. There's about 8 shelves uh, that stretch all the way down, like I said, 12 feet, and then there's on the walls. But at the countertop, just behind it, you see a hallway, and as you like kind of like look down the hallway, you can see like the door that's on the right hand side of it. As y'all come in, the general store looks pretty stocked, and everyone that's kind of like looking around is kind of like chatting amongst themselves on what they're kind of like looking for. Uh, the individual that y'all saw is finishing up with the patrons as y'all are kind of like coming in. As they like begin to leave, he kind of like quickly comes back behind around the counter to come up to y'all, and he's like, "Hi, sorry about that. I was trying to get the business there sorted. My name's Garan. Is there anything I can do for y'all?"
Yes, we find ourselves in need of some travel gear and attire
Do y'all need food as well?
We should be pretty okay finding rations out and about. More travel clothes, some bedrolls. Does Cricket have a backpack?
I don't think she does.
A bag to put your stuff in?
I have a bag.
You have a bag? Do you have a bedroll?
That I don't think she
No.
does either.
No. Nope.
So, y'all needing clothes? Correct.
Do you have traveling clothes, Cricket? In case something happens to your current attire, do you have...
No. No.
Okay, so travel clothes, water skin, bedroll.
Water skin is only 2 silver. Clothes are 5 silver pieces. And then the bedroll, I've got a multifunctional one that acts like a stretcher and can keep you warm for almost any terrain for a single gold piece. How many do y'all need?
I think just Cricket, Saphira, did you need any travel gear?
No, I'm fine.
Tanathil and Vita travel here. I don't know if they need any. For now, I'm just mostly worried about for this one.
Eight?
Okay. And he just kind of like looks at Cookie. He's like, I'll get her a couple of sets of clothing. How about 2? And then I'll also get her a bedroll, if that works.
Fabric colors. I choose.
Yeah, no problem. And he begins showing you like this vast assortment of clothes that you can kind of like pick from.
Different. She's gonna go for more of the jewel tone type of things. Crimsons and emeralds, something with maybe like dark blues, purples.
Like as he kind of like begins picking stuff for you, he's just like, each set of clothing is 5 silver. So, how many would you like?
He looks at the group.
It's just Emerald and Stalker right now.
Eric is kind of like wandering around looking.
Maybe 1 or 2 Cricket, just in case anything happens to the clothing you have on.
Already happened. She's gonna take the crimson and the emerald. Colored.
That'd be 1 gold all together then. And then he kind of walks around the corner and grabs a bedroll for you guys and kind of brings them, sets it down. It's like, this is another, so 2 gold. Is there anything else that y'all need?
A knife
Paint?
for
Said a knife?
carving.
Carving knife? Yes, he kind of like. Go ahead there, Saphira.
For wood. She's essentially looking for a woodworker's kit, all in all.
Gotcha. If I'm not mistaken, a carving knife and the assortment of woodcutter's tools is just 5 silver, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
I'll take that. Thank you.
Everything okay there, Rob?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you asked how much the woodcarver's tools were. I was looking them up.
Oh, I
Oh.
was just going off random thing.
Okay. No, you're good.
Yeah. Like, in all honesty, 5 silver is not a whole lot. So I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal.
No,
So-
you asked, so my brain was just like, yes, I have this information.
But yes, 5 silver for the wood carving stuff. So 2.5 gold so far for everything. So anything else?
Rick is walking around. Just gonna look for paints, blank paper, an herbalism kit.
Okay.
Anything that you can find with that. Bandages, like things for a medicine kit, basically. And she's gonna look for anything to build with, like any sort of woodworking things.
We could see if
The-
they have a tarp
Uh,
or a
I've got
large
tarps.
cloth. We could.
Yeah, are y'all wanting to like for a cart or something, or a
Yes.
tent?
Yes, a cart. I
No
would
issue.
like-
Like he kind of wanders off and he like comes back with like this box rather large. It's almost like 5 feet in length, and he's like inside is a tarp with 6 legs, so you can kind of either nail or stick into grooves into the actual carts, and then the tarp attaches to the top and breaks down. 5 boons for Otter.
Had to go a majestic beard.
Or the
skill
majestic
checks.
beard.
For the majestic beard.
Well
Those
deserved.
are going to be for 5 skill checks there, Otter.
Okay.
So, as like he does this, it's like, so it's good for at least a year. They'll hold up, no doubt. This tarp is going to be about 2.5 gold. The other assortment of stuff that you have there, I would also say is another 2.5 gold. So that's going to be 5 gold altogether for that, plus the 2.5 for the other stuff. So 7.5 gold for everything. And you're wanting stuff to build with, correct? Right, and he kind of like wanders off and comes back. He's like, "Here's a builder's kit. It's got some nails. It's got a smaller saw, hand saw, and then also hammer itself. It's like assortment of supplies. This is 5 silver as well.
Ooh.
We've got 2 woodworkers kits. We've got clothing for her, a tarp,
Bedroll, paints.
Bedroll, paints,
bedroll,
paper.
paper, and it's all amounting to
8 gold, even.
8 gold.
8 gold. Okay.
I do have also rations if y'all need them. These rations are good for quite some time, and they'll usually fill somebody for a day. Each ration is a silver piece.
Do you have any medunal weed?
Yes, actually. And he kind of wanders off real quick and comes back and pulls it, and he's got like this large amount.
Is Garrick with them?
He's yeah. He's with you, but he's just inside wandering around.
Garrick,
Yes.
does medunal weed help with burns?
It can. It really just prevents infection. If the burns are healed, they're not gonna get rid of scarring or any sort.
No, just to help them heal.
Yeah.
Okay.
As he says this, Garan just kind of like walks up to you. He's like, "Is this what you were looking for?"
Do you have anything other than medunal weed that would be better for burns?
And what regard are you trying to deal with?
semi-fresh burns that are still healing.
I may have something. Let me go look. And he just kind of like wanders off and comes. He's gone for about 20 minutes. As you can just see him like checking his books and everything. An herbalist book to kind of figure out what would work best. And he comes back with this other weed. As he kind of like comes back, it's called a prinule weed. It helps lessen the damage of burns, but whatever damage there is, it won't fix. Is this what you're looking for?
But it will help with the healing process a bit?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
As like he's showing you this, Garrett kind of like walks up and he's like, that'll last at least 20 doses. And Garan just goes, yes, whole lot here, gold piece.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Is there anything else that I can help y'all with?
That's all I needed.
All right. I'll ring everything up for you and get y'all a stamp of seal of sale. And we'll go from there. He just kind of wanders off to go do that for you guys.
How much did that come up to between
9
Cricket?
gold.
9 gold altogether.
What was Stalker's side of that? Because Stalker has their money versus Cricket's side because Cricket is not currently carrying it.
Stalker has been pulling out the money to pay for all of it.
Okay.
As like you're doing this, he kind of like rings everything up. He kind of, or it doesn't ring, but you know what I'm saying. And he walks over to you and he's just like, all right, so 9 gold.
And she will push over several piles, 9 piles of 10 silver. Apologies, we only have silver.
Money's money. And he just takes it and we're just like, all right, is there anything else that y'all are good? I take that as a yes. As he says this, Ayana Vida and Tanathil are showing up from Derek's. As Garan's just like, I hope y'all don't mind. I'm going to tend to other patrons. I am glad to have y'all's business. If y'all need anything else, just let me know. And he kind of wanders off to go deal with the other patrons. Garrick sees Tanathil and Vida. It's just like, they arrived. Y'all's trip with Derek's go well?
Went fantastic. It's
We got a
actually
couple
quite
of
nice.
reasonably priced books and an owl.
You got an
What's
owl?
the owl?
An owl?
What's the owl's name?
Summoned an owl. It's a fae. The owl's name, as it is a fae owl, is Fowl. You can blame that one on Otter.
If I could just get somebody to send Tanathil a Bane right now, take 1d4 from your health for the remainder of the day.
Do what you gotta do.
That hurt.
Okay.
Ow.
All Tanathil did was repeat what I already had said.
I did.
Well, he said it. Garrett just looks at you just like, do you sleep, Tanathil?
Actually, no. I'm an elf.
There's your
What,
Bane.
guys? Take a 1d4 Bane there.
No.
I told you
love
you were getting
that.
Bane. I told you were getting a Bane.
I love that was worded as Bane to whomever you said needed it.
How dare you punish me for my puns?
Roll your 1d4.
Fine. 1.
You take 1 from your health pull for right now for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Oh,
I hope
this
it was
opens
worth
up
it.
Like
such
as
a
he
can
says
of
this,
worms.
as he says this pun, like y'all just see like this vein just kind of like stretch up from his neck, and you just see Tantha just like, I don't know what that was.
There might be a deity out there that doesn't like puns, but it's probably nothing.
Eric just goes, well then. Are we good to set off?
Unless anyone else needs anything, looking to Canafil and Fido.
I've got a whole bag of eggs still. So I feel good.
Can I have some coin?
Certainly. How much do you need?
Yes, Fida's holding
Okay.
your money now.
I don't
Yes,
know.
I'm holding your money. Your money is in this coin purse. It makes it so that it doesn't weigh as much. Easier to keep track of. How much did you need?
Payback stalker?
Okay,
Oh, you
how much?
needn't worry about it, Cricket.
Okay. But still, 100 silver, 1 gold. 7 gold, silver.
7 gold worth of silver?
Yes.
Okay. I will pull out 70 silver and give it to Cricket.
Thank you. She's gonna go back in the store.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just going to disappear for a bit.
What is
7
Cricket
gold worth of
getting?
birdseed.
She wants to find some like any sort of pillows, blankets, like throw blankets, any like what are they? Not chimes, but things that like stained glass stuff that catches the light, anything like that.
We probably want to blend in, but I'm not there.
You're not there. No, you're not there.
We're gonna have a shiny bird nest in our cart.
Pretty much, and also
See us from miles away, just
We can keep
refracting
that stuff
light.
on the decorating the inside of the cart.
you
Oh,
don't
she
know.
is putting a top on it.
You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Also
catch the light.
other fabrics that can be used as like curtains.
Just interjecting while Cricket's doing their thing in the shop, I would see if Stalker would help me to start getting the tarp over the cart.
Yeah, she would.
Okay.
So we'll work on that while Cricket's doing her thing. Didn't mean to interrupt. Continue, Cricket.
No, yeah, and also like actual planks of wood.
Okay. Like as like you're asking these things of Garan, he's just like, give me a minute. And like he just kind of like wanders off and gathers all this stuff for you. And then, like when he gets back, he's like, 50 silver worth of stuff.
Oh yes.
Thank you. If you don't mind me asking, what are you doing with this? Alrighty then. And he just kind of like goes back to the other patrons.
Oh god.
Like, as y'all come-
I went to
As
step
yours.
back and the green screen was right there. That was almost interesting.
Like as like Cricket comes out, y'all see all this stuff and she's like carrying.
I love that Cricket went in there to buy this, and they don't even know what they're going to do with it yet. It's just stuff.
You good there, Honor?
I am fine. I went to
Okay.
take a step back and stepped on the edge of my green screen, and the
We
whole
almost saw
thing
your
started
laundry.
to rock, so I had to grab it.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Almost saw your
Well,
laundry.
There is
And-
laundry in that chair, thank you.
As y'all see Cricket come out with some stuff, though, we are going to take a 5-minute break. And we'll be back, and they should be getting on the road to Asen soon. So, we'll see y'all soon. Welcome back. All right. You guys finished up y'all's shopping as Cricket has got a bunch of stuff carrying out towards the cart. Cricket, what are you doing with all that stuff?
Well, in our travels, I actually have an image for what I plan on doing, but kind of with a little bit of a flair. But let me put this in. But I'm just kind of having a section that's got the blankets and the pillows, and I'm gonna actually take the wood and actually make between the posts make a lattice, and then the curtains there that you can open or tie. And then just have
Building a fort in the cart.
a little bit of trinkets on the inside just to add color and just make it comfy.
All right.
Before they leave town, Saphira requests that we go by the orphanage again.
All right. I've got no issues with that. Garrick says.
And when they get there, she finds Luna with enough of the herbs for 15 doses and gives them to her, tells her how to apply them, and that it's for the little girl.
It's like you kind of looked at it. She says, I appreciate this. Thank you.
They should help her wounds heal a bit better.
They should. And I think she'll be appreciative because it'll minimize the scarring to a certain extent.
Yes.
As, like she says, she kind of gives you a slight bow and heads off. Go speak to Amelia. And she actually, you can tell she's probably going to go ahead and apply a dose already.
Mm-hmm. And
Garrick.
she comes back to the cart and gives the rest to Cricket for her burns.
You for helping Amelia.
You're welcome. It's what you said is right. Family is important. And she has lost some of hers.
Well, are we ready to head out?
I'm ready.
Yes.
As y'all
Go.
As y'all begin leaving Creighton, like as y'all get like to the outer edge of the city.
Oh, you have no idea. I got
Given-
paints. I got paints for a reason. I'm about to make this a gypsy cart.
Oh my god. As you guys are leaving the edge of the city, Garrick just turns to Stammer and goes, Can I drive by chance now that we're out?
Uh-oh.
5 more boons forgiven. Build your dream
I
nest
will
thingy.
summon Mage Hand and just have it at the ready. I will hand them the reins. Keep it on the road, or I'm taking them back.
It's like you go to like
And I
pass
will
them the reins.
explain to them how to maneuver the horses with the reins.
As like you go to like kind of like pass the reins and explain everything to everybody, like you see in the corner of your eye, like the reins slip from your grasp, or like not from your grasp, but from his. Like you get like goes to like kind of like reach for them. Roll a dex. I'm gonna have you just roll a dex save with the mage hand with the boon.
You know how you could fix this? If he sits in your lap and it's like the scene from Ghost. You just kind of...
I have to know. Did he roll a 1 both times?
3 and a 4.
Oh man.
He may be good
Really?
with wolves, but
Well,
Doesn't
straight
need to go with
dexterity with the D4 is a 16.
Like you just as you just see it begin to fall, you just mage hand just grab on to the reins, and you just kind of have this look of, really, really. Garrick just kind of goes. To be fair, you weren't looking at me when you went to hand them to me.
I will leave the mage hand loosely hanging on a little further down the reins, so they are holding them. And I will look him in the face and put them directly into his hands. He can't see the mage hand, he doesn't know it's still there, but it is a foot or two up the reins, just lightly holding on.
On for the evening.
Training wheels, if you will.
As he's thank you. He kind of does a whip with the reins, and y'all kind of pick up speed. And as y'all do, y'all hit a hole, and you just bounce. And Garrick, being the small stature that he is, kind of becomes elevated to a certain extent. And when he comes down, you can see that he hits the edge of the cart and basically just begins to slide right off down the front. Make another dex save there. Otter with the bang or with a boom.
$15.
You just grab him and just pull him instantly back. For the record for you there, Saphira, because I know you're probably wondering. Roll a 4.
Man.
Maybe I should take care of the reins for now.
I feel like
My
that'd
turn?
be a great idea.
Just to burn up curtains. My turn?
When you're done setting up what you are, we have plenty of road between here and Easton.
Roll animal handling there, Otter.
You bet.
With a boon.
I have 2 more with boons.
Rolls a 1. I can see it happening.
Oh no. My llama dice, the numbers are just stickers. And my 2 is coming off the side.
What?
Oh
That's
no.
depressing.
But that's okay. Animal handling with a boon is 13 plus 4 from the boon, so 17 plus 5.
Alrighty. As y'all just see Emerald just guiding these horses majestically, he's I know exactly what I'm doing. Just kind of looking down at Garrick, really, even though he'd be cross, but it's all good. As y'all begin making y'all's way to Aston. How long are y'all want to travel for? For the first day?
What time is it now? We've done quite a bit today.
I would say it's about 4 o'clock.
Travel for maybe 6 hours.
Go till nightfall, a little after nightfall.
Yeah, we have light.
I can see in the dark.
Saphira, during the traveling, is splitting the Great Club into multiple
Pieces?
poles, essentially. Into multiple pieces that she is carving down into poles.
Okay. All right.
Oh no.
As you're doing that, you guys travel. You said for 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I take it, follow the trail towards Aston, correct?
Yeah,
No reason to go off-roading in a cart.
we're not
unless you
hiding.
have to.
And yeah, that would go badly.
After about 6 hours, y'all I'm not mistaken, stop. Y'all find a clearing in the trail that kind of like you're able to kind of pull off and
We didn't
set up
purchase
camp.
the off-road package for the carriage.
This off-roading spot is very clear, easily traversable for the cart.
Big
As
set
you
of
guys,
wood wheels.
as y'all kind of like pull off the trail and everything, y'all find a spot to set up camp. Garrick is like, I can go get some wood for the evening if that's be good for y'all.
Yeah, I think that's by the point she probably finished doing the structure. So, lattice, curtains, pillows, blankets.
The woods around y'all are thick, by the way. I just want to point that in. As you're finishing everything up, you said there, Cricket?
Adding shelves at the top layer.
All right.
A very cozy cart.
Yes!
Garrick
The
goes, I'll
entire
go get...
6 hours we've been driving, you just hear bang, 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 bang,
Right.
bang, bang.
We just have to
Wow,
walk.
so pretty! Woo!
Right. Garrick just goes, I'll go get some wood for everybody. I'll be back. Garrick just kind of like leaves with Silver and Night Stalker.
Eric, are you going to get food as well, or do you want me to do that?
Can you do that, though, Saphira?
I'll take care of it.
You know, I'm good.
What's everybody else doing?
I start working on another egg, and I'm going to get out that Feywild book. Start going through that.
All right.
I'm just
what
gonna try
about...
to start a fire because it's dark.
Garrick went to go get wood. He should be back in a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to be... Yeah. Fida?
I am just going to basically make sure that the area that we're going to be setting up the fire in is cleared, get some rocks and set up a bit of a fire pit type area. And then once that's done, I'm going to get out that book that I had purchased, and I'm going to start going through that one more.
I take out the spells, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
The recent one I purchased.
After a while, about 30 minutes, Garrett comes back with large amounts of wood for you guys to burn for the evening. He's like, this should last us the evening since we're only going to be here for one night. I'll get the campfire started, as you just seen kind of like begin making a hole to kind of like dig in and pile the wood in to begin to burn. If y'all don't let me ask,
take care of the horses to get them off the carriage so that they have somewhere to like graze,
lay down.
and rest for the evening.
Okay. Who wants to take first watch?
I can take the first two. I want to stay up and read.
I would like to take one that is not too dark. Can't
Well, it is
see
night.
much.
I can see with the dark. I'd be happy to pick one.
When
I'll take
Saphira
a third.
gets back from hunting, she takes those poles that she's been making during the ride and empties out the sack of equipment. You all see a full set of plate armor, a shield, and a longsword that are all glowing faintly red come out of the sack. And you realize why the sack is so damn big. It is literally a two-person tent canvas with no poles that has just had this equipment wrapped up in it that she's been lugging around Santa Claus style. And she starts setting up the canvas with the poles teepee style so that anyone who wants to sleep in it can.
That is some very fancy equipment you have there.
It's not
Cricket's
mine.
gonna.
Well, I guess it is now.
Where get?
From someone who won't be needing it anymore.
Why get?
That's ominous.
Well, when you cut your own throat,
What?
your armor doesn't mean much anymore.
What?
I don't want the egg anymore.
I'll take it.
Oh, okay. There.
Does that armor look familiar? Like, does it look similar to armor of, you know, events?
No,
Just a
the armor that
red feather.
the armor that he's got does not look like anything you've seen there, Cricket.
Okay, so different from. Okay.
Yeah, it's black with red aura shining around it. The armor itself is jagged. It's not entirely smooth.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, one of the legs is crumpled.
One of the legs around the knee looks quite mangled, yes.
Yeah.
Foe?
Say that again, Cricket.
Foe.
No moves.
Was,
Foe.
Foe?
was
Foe.
this from an enemy of yours?
You could say that
Yes.
because Garrick's gonna pipe up on this one. Just saying, I found Sophia coming through a portal, chasing an individual to a certain extent.
Did Garrick see the portal?
He did.
Portal.
Because I thought he said the other day that he hadn't. He just saw
No.
her.
As far as I remember, he's seen the portal,
Okay.
Portal.
or at least, yeah, he would have saw the portal. Kind of hard not to see that.
Well, first I've heard of this. Where was the portal from?
That
Oh.
goes to Saphira. To keep you on your good side.
Saphira's nice.
Who is Saphira?
It's Stalker.
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 You don't
Sorry.
trust us
Nobody
enough for
knows who that
name yet.
is. Yet.
Yeah. But Garrick just goes, I saw him come through the portal. Chasing an
Stalker is
individual.
superhero name.
Stalker.
Saphira.
Stalker was able to subdue the individual, but also was dealing with 4 others, if I'm not mistaken. Campsite that I was dealing with.
Yeah, there were 4 or 5 of them that I apparently crashed in on.
It went
And
very
you
thrilled.
were apparently hunting down as they were poaching the area.
Yes. The being actually, if you don't mind me actually mentioning this, do you there, Stalker?
Means nothing to me.
The person that he was chasing, they killed themselves once they were subdued. They didn't care to talk.
I ensured they wouldn't get away, and apparently they decided to take another route out.
Some people work for those who would rather not have their intentions figured out.
I would love to know who they are and what their intentions are.
Yeah,
They
just
attacked
whoever it
my
was.
people unprovoked.
That I'm unaware of. I just knew whoever it was, the person didn't care to deal with them and decided to slit their own throat, which is not something you see on a daily basis.
If you touch that sword, be very careful not to cut yourself with it.
Who is holding
Something
the sword?
strange about it. It's just sitting in the cart, unless anyone's
Oh.
picked it up to look at it.
Is anybody picking any of this stuff up?
Oh, what kind of sword is it?
Longsword.
Longsword, black, jagged, with a red aura.
No interest, sorry.
He's like, I ain't touching it. No.
Why? Explain.
They cut me with it, and
He didn't heal.
it took what Garrick said. It took longer than it should have to heal.
I'm a bit versed in longsword. Can I take a look at it?
By all means.
Sure.
I'm just carrying it to see if I can track down who they are and why they attack.
I would like to investigate these longsword, I guess.
As you're kind of like looking at the longsword, as I mentioned before, it's black and jagged with a red aura, but you can see inscriptions on it with a language that you are not familiar with.
I'd be
Another
really
warning.
confused if I did.
Not only did it take a longer
You
amount
didn't-
of time to heal, but Garrick also had me try a potion and it had no effect.
Hmm.
Be careful if you handle that thing.
Out of curiosity, there, Emerald, were you holding it while you were inspecting it, or just from a distance?
I would have, picked it up from the handle and, looking at it.
Roll a con save.
Ooh, yay. I'm good at those. Kind of.
Not today. Rolls a 1. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
No, I have one more roll for my boons.
Yeah, take it.
Ugh. That's a 4. Okay. 16 plus 3. 19.
As like you kind of like inspect the sword and everything, you feel just a slight kind of, how should I say, attachment to the sword, just extremely briefly, before as you're done expecting, you just kind of put it down. Doesn't have any pull on your desires to keep.
Did I almost? I'm not going to ask that question.
Yeah, because
This is definitely some kind of magically imbued item. Because of my background, have I ever seen this type of material before? Or heard of this type of material?
Roll an intelligence.
Dwarf things. Oh boy, intelligence. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. That's a 2.
That's not too bad. Not too bad.
Drawing a blank.
That
Yeah,
was a
no
1
idea.
plus 1.
That a hilarious those negative modifier.
Quick is just kind of like she's gonna sit next to Emerald. Just kind of look at it closer. Does she see the inscriptions?
Yes.
Does she recognize the language?
No.
We might want to look into this a little further before any of us handles this weapon more. It feels weird to hold on to, and I'm going to put it back into the pile of stuff.
Okay.
Cricket,
Yes.
you said you ripped your robes when you were at the store, no?
Yeah. I sew, not best. Pattern no longer.
I think I
attached.
can help with that.
Really?
May I?
May you. You just got take.
No, you can leave it on.
Okay.
And Emerald will just kind of hold their hands out and cast mending on the cloth. patterns will line back up and
Just completely line back up and be branding.
He trills in happiness. Wow. That's awesome. Very handy. Thank you.
it's very handy for small repairs. I couldn't do something larger, but general wear and tear on clothing is pretty easy to take care of.
How do? Magic.
Magic, yes.
You have gift.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Garrick just kind of like looks at you. It's like, I will get. By the way, the second watch, I'm going to get some sleep. He just kind of. He's going to go to his bedroll and get some sleep while y'all are talking. Just letting y'all know.
Yep. I'm going to take third watch, so I probably will start winding down as well.
I will
Okay.
probably take last watch.
Tanitha was taking. I thought Tanitha was taking the first 2 watches.
He is.
Hey, company's nice because I'm reading and I'm not going to be focusing that much.
Yeah, I hate to say, if you're going to be
it's a
reading
doable-
there, Tanithil, it may have you roll disadvantage on your perception.
Yeah.
So Cricket and I are on
There's-
third watch.
Yep.
Saphira's will gonna take first.
Vita, what is up?
What are the watches that have 2 people on them?
Tanithil and
First and third.
All of them
Yeah.
have 2 people so far.
yeah,
Okay.
all of them actually do.
So
Probably second might be a good bet.
yeah, I think I'll go with second.
Okay.
If Tanithil's going to be reading, an extra set of eyes won't be missed.
As you kind of like get y'all's watches in order. Tanithil, can I get a perception roll? With disadvantage due to reading.
Yes. 6.
Roll 9.
Like, as everyone else kind of like gets some sleep real quick.
What
Tanithil
about
is
me?
just... Oh, are you on the first watch?
Yeah.
Roll.
That's oh. Am I adding the boon to this?
Yes.
Just a 1d4?
Yes.
Okey-doke.
yes.
I want to take one of the boons that, hope you don't mind there, wise guy, that you sent to Fida and give her an inspiration, if you don't mind.
24.
Quick thing
24?
I forgot to mention before Emerald went to sleep, they would have cast alarm around the perimeter of the wagon.
Oh, yeah, that also reminds me, like, as Garrick is going to sleep,
24.
Stalker. Okay. You've seen this before, him taking out this orb that's multicolorish. It's, if I'm not mistaken, it's pinkish with a blue aura to it, or color to it. I'll just see him kind of like handle it for a little bit before like tears just kind of like well up in his eyes for a brief moment before he kind of like bows his head and then rolls over to get some sleep. I just wanted to point that out there. The first watch is rather uneventful. Stalker, though, you notice multiple times Tanithil is just engrossed in the book that he is reading.
I got a new book.
He doesn't even look up during the watch, even when you hear just a small amount of twigs or something kind of snapping off in the distance. As time rolls by, it's
Unusual? Or
No.
just general.
like the
ambience?
general noise, essentially.
Ambiance.
Ambiance. As time rolls, if I'm not mistaken, Fida and Emerald.
I'm on third with Cricket.
Okay, so who's on second with Tanithil?
That was me.
Okay, so Fida and Stalker, are you staying for the second, or are you going to sleep?
No, she's going to sleep after that.
As Saphira kind of wakes up, Fida, you wake up somewhat groggy, kind of get yourself out of bed. Stalker goes to get some sleep. Roll a perception. And roll a perception, Tanithil, with disadvantage, because you're reading.
15.
Or nice.
That is an 8 total. Wait, I'm supposed to have an advantage on there, or the boon
Yeah.
skill check.
Give yourself
11
that boon.
total.
As y'all are on y'all's watch, I hear a rather
10.
large twig snap off in the distance, just coming further into the woods, probably about 40 to 50 feet.
Well, we don't need any lights for this watch since the two of us have dark vision. Can we see that?
As y'all are kind of like looking into the woods, the brush is obscuring quite a bit of the vision that y'all would be trying to see off in the distance. After a while, off to y'all's right, y'all hear another large twig kind of like snap.
Okay, well, I'll put my book away. I guess we have to do things. Want to, like, listen closely, see if we can hear something moving around more than just the snaps.
As y'all are listening, the noise then comes from behind. Y'all have made y'all's way off the trail quite a bit. I'd say about 60 to 90 feet total. About 35, 40 feet behind y'all, you hear another snap.
Those are really good snapping sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
Sarcasm or no, really?
No, really.
Really.
That just sounds exactly like a twig is snapping.
Mm-hmm.
My bad, didn't mean to.
Oh, that's
No,
good.
it's good.
Awesome.
It's good.
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I didn't mean to be awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, no. Yes. You hear about 30 to 40 feet behind you another twig snapping.
I'm gonna turn
Okay.
in that direction and look in that direction, see if like we can see anything in that direction now.
As y'all look behind y'all don't see anything, but y'all do see on the ground, because the clearing that y'all made, y'all's what?
Cat.
Kitten.
You see a
That's
cat.
who was out
Right.
there.
You just see this twig that's probably about 2 inches thick, just on the ground, kind of broken. Right down the center.
So,
Like lengthwise or like
No, like lengthways, like down the center of
Broken
there.
branch.
okay,
broken
I
branch.
was the way you
Sorry.
worded that, I thought you meant it was like split.
No.
I was
I
like,
think it was really interesting.
Uh-oh, we're in the
After y'all are kinda
under we're in the dead woods.
after y'all are staring, you're about to fall.
ripcord.
As
I'm out.
as y'all
Um,
kind of like are staring at this,
Your cat has received a point of luck.
Oh my god.
Oh,
do you know what this cat is? It is the Noah Badoa. He is
look
amazing.
at those toe beans. Look at the
That
branches.
kitty. Anyway, that being said, right? He's adorable. Anyway, that being said, as you guys are staring at this twig, y'all hear another 30 to 40 feet off now. Like at this point, it's made a clock around you guys, essentially starting at 12, then 3, then 6, now 9.
And it's getting a little bit closer as it's circling.
No, it's staying about the same distance, just
Okay.
30 feet away from you guys, just kind of going around at this point.
I do apologize. I believe that is luck for all of us, and then cat exclamation mark. Because it's luck for all cat.
Luck for all, cat.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
of the cat.
Oh shit. cute.
Feel
Everyone's
free to
got
correct me if I'm interpreting that wrong.
One luck for the cat.
One luck
Cat's
for the
got
cat
plenty of luck.
also.
Oh god.
Now the cat has luck, and so do we.
Now the cat has luck.
Okay.
That is beautiful, wise guy.
Wow. If you have any cat treats, that's when you give your cat a cat treat.
Right? Catnip?
Yeah.
But yeah, so what are you guys doing?
So I'm
If I
gonna
put
send
that
my.
on my stream, I would have such a fat cat. If
Oh
people
my
could just
God.
make me feed them treats.
Oh my god.
I'm so
No.
glad
What,
the cat treats are in a different room and the cats are not in here right now.
I had to double check.
What are you guys
They like
doing?
sleep in random spots.
Sorry, continue, Aaron.
I'm gonna
Solid.
send my owl out. I have this. Let's use it. As an action, I can see through its eyes, and I'll have it like fly around through the trees and see if it can spot what's going on.
As like the owls like kind of like flying through the trees, I will need you to roll perception for them.
Okay, I did
Owls!
not
If
bring
I'm
the owl stats.
owls are
Um,
nocturnal, so
They
They
also
have advantage
have
on perception
advantage
for sight and smell.
I was
on
gonna say
sight and
advantage.
smell.
Right, I was gonna say give it advantage.
Do we know what it's?
It's a +2.
Your perception. Oh, I was gonna
I
give
can
his
pull that
perception.
fast.
I
for
have
you,
it
actually.
for my Thursday character. It's a +2 for
I
wisdom.
was gonna say I have it for my
Alright.
mother's.
Okay, so I will just. Oh, I will roll a nat 20.
The owl sees
As
Owl.
the owl is seeing all the twigs have been breaking throughout the evening that you guys during your watch, and the owls just kind of I take it can talk to you there, Aaron.
I can communicate telepathically with it within 100 feet. Yeah.
As it's like flying around checking everything, it's just like you hear right off to your right hand side, the opposite side of where the owl is. And as the owl loops around to go back over there really quick, the snapping occurs directly in front of y'all. It's staying out of sight from the owl.
Well, that's interesting. It's how far in front of us now?
It's staying 30 feet.
Okay, well, I'll quietly tell Fita this. Like, it's avoiding my owl. This is not natural.
I don't even know about it. This is weird.
At this point, the snapping of the twigs is becoming sporadic and different on different sides of y'all, and
It's still going like in a circle around us? Or
it's
is
still
this
going in a
like-
circle around, but it's more it's not going in a circle around per se, but it's going like in front, to the back, to the right, to y'all's kind of like upper left area, like at an 8 o'clock, to like a 7, then to like a 5, and then to a 2. It's just now just kind of like going all over the place.
How fast does it seem to be moving based on these snaps?
Y'all are hearing it go at about this
Ah.
pace. Like
So just a couple of seconds, it's getting like halfway or
seconds.
all the way around us.
Yep.
At 30 or 40 foot radius.
Yep.
So this thing's moving really fast.
yes.
Okay, well,
Are there like sticks being dropped on the ground that are broken, or is it like stepping on things clearly?
Clearly stepping.
it seems almost like it's making the noises on purpose if it's getting them that frequently as well. I'm gonna put up another mage armor, and I think we should go check it out.
I will get my staff out. Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna get a shadow blade out.
As y'all
Walk off into
Kinda.
the forest.
Let's
walk
go.
off in the forest, do y'all stay at a distance from one another, or
And I
We should
think
stay
we should
close by,
probably be
but-
together.
Did you say Garrick is also on second watch.
Yeah, but he didn't wake up. I
hope
forgot,
he's
so
gonna
I'm
be
leaving
on
it at that.
fourth at this point because we're out of
Right?
people.
Is Sylphia
He can
still
sleep it.
awake?
No, the wolves were sleeping, waiting for Garrick to wake up. I forgot, so I'm going to roleplay it as such. He forgot.
No
Wake him up
worries.
for fourth watch.
Right? So as
Especially
y'all
against
kind of
Fourth
like
Watch.
He was
travel
That's
further
okay.
into the woods, that snapping, like as y'all move about 30 feet into the woods where it originally occurred, y'all hear right in front of y'all, but at about 30 feet.
So it's now like
Maintaining the
60 feet away from
distance.
the camp. It's just maintaining
Yeah.
distance from us.
Yep.
Does it stay out there, or is it now doing it like looping around to the campsite?
Nope, just stays right where it was, just a one snap
And no more snaps.
and no more
1-2
snaps.
step. Doing the 1-2 step.
It's just someone with a handful of freaking twigs.
It can move really, really, really fast.
Okay, I'm gonna like run out there, see if I can catch up to it. At least go out the 30 feet and see. what
At
might be
like
there.
Fida, as like you see Tanith, they'll just bolt off in the distance. Tanith, I need you to roll a con save.
Oh, fun. 19.
Like as you run forward by about 30 feet, you hear right behind you as you spin around, and you see that red tiefling-like looking individual that y'all saw at the bar kind of like go past. Black hair, kind of spiked at the front, just for the most part combed nicely though. His tail just kind of like waving. He's like, "Finally, got your attention. Good night." As he just kind of like taps your forehead. Like you can kind of like you're standing there for a brief moment, like able to kind of like keep eyes on him for a brief moment before like you begin to like pass out. And as like you begin to pass out, Fida, you see this individual just kind of like catching him, going, no falling, no falling, and just like laying him on
Is
the
he
ground.
putting me to sleep?
Like, yeah.
Okay, so I stab him. I'm an elf.
Oh,
Elves
oh,
can't be
Can't
put to sleep.
oh, shoot.
Unconscious is one
I
thing,
forgot
but
about that.
sleep is sleep is another.
Roll an attack roll.
Yeah, like I wasn't gonna straight up attack, but he's trying to use magic on me, so 21 to hit.
As like you go to like stab, he's like, no, and like just out of a reaction, you just see a puff of smoke, and he like instantly appears behind you. And he's like, "Get that? No, bad
Too
elf,
much. No.
bad elf, stop that! No, I forgot." As like Fida's like running up, he's like, "Okay, this conversation was supposed to be private. Turn of events.
Apparently. Speak.
Hi."
A
And
little
like
bit more than just hi. How do you know me? Who are you?
you see in front of y'all a tiefling or not a tiefling, but a demon creature of some sort with leather armor that almost looks like a nice set of noble clothes. Hey, he's just kind of, it's very slim fitting on him. He's just kind of staring at you. I was like, well, turn of events, can he go first?
I mean, you just tried to put me to sleep.
I wasn't going to hurt you. I wasn't going to hurt you. But can you go?
I don't know where to know that.
Okay, to be fair, I've been trying to get y'all's attention for like 5 minutes. Not my fault, in all honesty, that something showed up to kill y'all. It take 2 seconds. Y'all were very slow to react. How many times did I go around y'all's campsite?
A lot?
Exactly. Pathetic. Hi, by the way. And he just kind of like reaches out his hand towards Tanithil. It's like, my name's Tobor, demon of the 9 hells. Seventh held
That's
for me, though, to be exact.
okay. I'm Tanathil.
He just shakes your hand. He's like, ah, yes. And he just turns back to Fade. He's like, but you, on the other hand, I'm here for you.
For me, you say.
He's like, yes. And like as he says this, like there's a log behind him that he kind of like turns around, sound harder. He turns around
That's
and
really hard.
goes to sit on the log, and he just kind of like sits on it, and just kind of like leans back, crosses his legs, and he's just like, yes. I heard you've had a bit of an issue.
And what might that be?
Oh, making deals with individuals that you had no idea who you were speaking with.
And what of it? She's gone. What of it?
I'm willing to make a deal with you. You like making deals? Tanathil is, this, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not incorrect here, am I?
I mean, deals are a really bad idea.
That usually are, but I've got good deals. I wouldn't get your attention otherwise.
Okay, so you're a demon who's trying to sell like snake oil, potions, what?
No.
Well, you're the one dealing.
If I'm not mistaken, you're having issues. Some issues, not all. But enough.
In that I'm perfectly normal? What sort of issues am I having?
He just kind of points to the bracers that are on your wrist. He's like, those are essentially useless.
Yeah, just as I found
Am I
them.
wrong?
Just as I found them, yes.
Lord. So stubborn. So stubborn. Here's the thing.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. I'm willing to make a deal. I'm not of normal, I should say, when it comes to the demons of the nine hells. I'm rather relaxed.
I would say you're rather talkative as compared to
The term is eccentric.
that thing.
Eccentric. I like attention. What can I say? Your friend
So
here,
you
he
run
turns.
around you run around in circles in the night snapping twigs. Is what
I
you're
was
saying
trying
to
to
get
get y'all's-
attention.
I was trying to get y'all's attention to leave the camp. I wanted this to be private. Didn't think you would join. Tanathil, you know your friend made a deal with Shiva. Correct?
Oh, he's aware.
We've spoken a bit on it. We
Made
have
a
some
deal.
egg
To do,
privilege issues.
yeah, she made a deal with Shiva to essentially do her bidding, if I'm not mistaken. And that's somewhat turned around to bite you in the ass.
I'd say it's
It
bit
actually
sharp,
stabbed
quite
me.
Yes.
See?
Can't
So,
say it's worked out so well for Shiva either, though.
you let her out, so that's how you're doing.
I understood on that one. Okay, so
Yeah.
go on.
So, yes. Shiva's got your family, if I'm not mistaken. She won't hurt them. At least not directly.
Oh,
I make you a deal. If you're interested. Are you?
I'll listen to what you have to say.
Simple, really. I give you the abilities that Shiva took in exchange. If I ever need you, only once, you come to my aid. But in the meantime, you may go after Shiva as much as you please. I give you the tools, you do what you wish. I call upon you once, and we're even.
Once.
Just once. And unlike Shiva, I will not put any of your friends here. in any danger. I will never ask anything of your family. I will not hold anything over your head.
Okay, but he could just make you kill someone.
Ah,
This is
that's not what
true.
I want. If anything,
Perhaps you should elaborate on what it is you want, besides just one IOU.
simple. Eventually, I got plans in the Nine Hells that I'm going to need assistance with. You know no one of inside the Nine Hells, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
No, I can't say I do know anyone.
Exactly. So, what's the harm in that? I promise none of
There's
my.
one town's guard dead, and my head nearly on a chopping block so far.
Yes, exactly. That's Shiva's doing. I don't care for
Aw.
beings in the material plane. That's not my doing.
What sort of favor is it? What is it you are looking to do? I need transparency in this. I've been tricked once.
Simple. When it comes to the Nine Hells, there's levels of each. I'm Tobor the Seventh Hell. I'd like to become Tobor the Eighth Hell. But I need allies.
A power grab.
A power grab. I wish for your help on that. No one on the material plane, as far as I'm aware of currently, is going to be hurt from said power grab. Majority of my interests are in the Nine Hells. But it will be in time. It will not be a very, how should I say, soon endeavor. You have time. All I ever ask for is your aid in some sort of fashion. Something that's worth.
Some sort of fashion.
Something that is worth something. Not a measly trinket that will aid me in this. Yeah, cool. I can go get a sword all I want.
I would
Maybe
think
a
you
friend of
could
a
pop into an area and go and take it.
correct. Well, not really, not entirely. But maybe a friend of yours may be of help that you can convince. Or yourself may help. I will not ask directly. I just ask that your help be genuine and it be substantial. But I'll let you think about that. How about that? Give you what? What is it? Cliche number 24 hours?
All right.
10 all right, what?
I will take this 24 hours and I will think about this. There's a
That's
lot to
fine.
think about with it.
Tanithil, but before I leave, I do want to say no hard feelings. I honestly can't expect an elf.
Okay, you were just putting me to sleep. You
Next
could have done a lot worse.
could have hit you. Next time I will.
Okay. I'd prefer you didn't.
Okay. No promises. And as Lady says, it's just gone.
Well, that's fun.
Well then, shall we go back to the camp?
Yes.
Let's
Everything
go.
is on fire.
You gonna
We're
take
the
it?
only two survivors.
Like as like all getting back to the camp, Garrick is like slightly waking up. It's like, is everything all right?
Yes.
Sure.
Go back to
Yes.
sleep. You can take
You're
fourth
not-
watch.
He just rolls back over to go to sleep.
Get some rest. I need to think about this for a bit, Anethil.
It doesn't sound terrible, but it does make you have to get involved in a hell war somewhere down the line.
itself could be quite interesting, exciting, something to document it. No, for sure.
Yeah. That's
Imagine
true.
the dissertation you could write on that one.
I don't wanna.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure?
It's in planes that don't want to eat my soul.
Indeed.
But, I mean, I won't tell anyone else about it if you don't want them to know. You can decide it for yourself. It's just, it's risky.
It is risky. At least I know a bit more than the last deal I made.
Yeah. He's gonna kill me.
As you guys come back to the cabin as y'all are talking, I take it, Fida, you go back to where you were when it came to the watch.
Mhm.
As you get back, you find a piece of paper folded with a seal on it.
Do I recognize the seal?
It has a demonic origin, from what you can tell.
Okay.
You
Open it
open to
up.
look at it.
Yep.
As you open it, you just see the letter. First part of it just says, I look forward to our conversation in 24 hours. Hope to hear from you. I promise that if you decide to accept my offer, I will help in your endeavors to get your family back from Shaiba. A deal is a deal. And I enjoy helping the ones that help me. And to show in good faith, I wish for you to practice this incantation tonight. I'll be watching. And it's just an incantation that is of Arcana sort.
Yep.
I take you, try it.
Tanithil, I have a letter now from him. It
Oh.
has an incantation in it. I'm going to try it.
Maybe not. I
Well, it
could
says,
identify it first, at least.
you know what? Yes, that's a good idea. Take a look.
As you're looking at Tenethil, it's Scorching Ray.
Okay, it's not terrible. It's not gonna sacrifice your soul or anything. You can play with a little bit of fire.
Just aim that way.
Yes, please don't
Not
shoot
at
me.
the forest. Not at the forest. Not at the Tanithil. Not at the cart. Got it.
I mean, more power to you if you can hit me, honestly.
Is that a challenge?
Please don't shoot scorching rays at me.
Not at the horses either.
Yes, just shoot at the ground. Shoot at the fire pit.
Safe. I'm going to try this.
As you turn and just kind of hold out your hand and repeat the incantation, 3 bolts of fire just right from your hand and just begin pelting a tree that's probably about 60 feet away from you. Just directly, just back and forth, just right on it, lighting the tree instantly ablaze.
How loud is that?
Enough to wake you guys up. Y'all wake up seeing this just glowing ember of a tree just instantly on fire, and Iona's hand just up, outstretched. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Starting a
Start a
forest
fire.
fire.
Yep.
Only you
God.
can start forest fires.
So, wise guy, I know that there's some boons left and banes that you have. I promise
We're
you,
keeping track.
we will have them completely used up by next session. I promise.
I have whole ass
Hang on,
five
Oh,
minutes
no.
still.
No. Oh God.
See what you did? You shouldn't have said anything.
Ah.
Make a
That
table.
being said,
Make
that
a
being
chart.
said, we enjoy y'all coming and seeing tonight's session. We look forward to y'all next session. Otter, if you don't mind doing the honors on our
Sure.
upcoming
Honors, if you will.
Are those 5 luck points to Aaron? Is that what just happened?
Oh my god!
Wise guy?
Oh dear
Oh
lord.
my
You
god!
really want me to stab the
Okay.
Archdemon, don't you?
Okay. So
Oh,
yeah.
it's about the Bane.
So there's that.
Alright.
Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. It's been a blast.
It has.
Make sure to tune in with us for the rest of the week. We have a bunch of games coming up. Tomorrow, usually we have the Troubleshooters, but we are on break between seasons. We'll be back sometime. Holy crap! Thank you so much, Wise Guy. Wow!
What?
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh wow.
What?
Completely lost my train of thought. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You were saying
You
something
made
about a
us all
game.
speechless there, wise guy.
No, you're good. The
Hey.
Troubleshooters will be back sometime in September to pick up season 3. Tuesdays we'll be back with the second edition game of Scions, run by Jason. On Wednesday, we'll be back for more of JT's new campaign, Falskallen Knights. I think we're on episode
Yes.
4?
3.
3. Episode 3 now.
Took a break last
Thursday,
week.
we
This week.
have Maddie's game of A Knight's Ransom. Friday, you can catch Given and myself over on Precarious's channel doing a 5th edition horror campaign. Things are getting crazy. And then
That is an understatement.
that is an understatement, but it is mature themed, so I won't get into that
Yes.
on stream.
Yep.
And then
Yes.
Saturday, we're on to the 3rd arc for Stolen Cities, ran by Alex. And then, of course, we'll be back here next Sunday for some more Varinhiem.
We look forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
See y'all next time.
Until next time, folks, have a great evening.
Night.